Hey, y'all. Happy Sunday to you guys. I hope everyone is doing well and that you are enjoying your Sunday afternoon or evening. Woo! How you guys doing? Are you guys cold? Are you snuggling up in your warm house and all of that? Cause it's cold over here, y'all. I'm in Michigan, y'all. So yeah, it's chilly. It ain't even chilly. Chilly is an embarrassment. No, that's not even the word. It is cold. It is cold. For real, for real. And it's gonna get worse tomorrow, y'all. It's supposed to be like -2 degrees tomorrow. Like what? I ain't going nowhere. Y'all know I ain't going none. I ain't going none. No. Yes, but you know what? Today was a beautiful day. It really was. Today was a beautiful day. The sunshine was out for the most part. The snow's still on the ground, but that's okay. I'm just grateful to see another day, and I'm blessed, so richly blessed that we have shelter and we have heat. You know what I mean? Because my heart goes out to those who are homeless, those who may not have a place to lay their head, and they're trying to stay warm, and that's all over the world. It's not just in where I'm from or where I live or whatever. It's all over all over the world, and praise God for those shelters, y'all. Praise God for shelters around the country where those who are less fortunate, those who have lost their homes, they are able to get in there and they could get warm bedding, warm food, and toiletries, all those things like that. So when it gets like this, when it starts getting really cold, my heart goes to those who doesn't have a warm place, and especially if they got babies, they got kids, that's even more distressing for me sometimes. And I just, it's like, Lord, just cover them, bless them with a place they could display their head and get some food, and they don't have to stress about, trying to stay warm and all those things. So listen, y'all, don't take your home, don't take your heat, your blankets, your coffee, your tea, your cocoa for granted. Okay. Seriously, you better thank God for the little stuff, for real, because you don't know how good you have it until it's gone, right? So listen, you went our 40 days of declarations. Yoo-hoo! And I'm super duper excited about it. We are moving right along. As I had told you before, I'm going to be doing this for 40 days straight. Yes, yes, yes. And I hope that watching this every day, that you have truly been blessed, that you enjoyed yourself, and that you really have allowed these declarations to really come into your heart and really make a change in your life, right? I hope it has really increased your prayer life, and definitely drawn you to reading his word more, right? And just building a relationship, having fellowship with him, having worship with him, that's the main thing. So we're going to continue today. um we're going to be talking about seeking godly friends. Seeking godly friends. This is day 14, and we're going to be talking about friends. Y'all, this is so important. I know for some of you are like, friends? We got to declare and decree about friends. Yes, you do. Because, child, if you've been living long enough, you have been around people, or not yourself, if not you, but other people. You've been around people that had friends that you thought was truly your friends, and come to find out they never were your friends from the beginning. They betrayed you, they lied on you, they just took you for granted. They mistreated you, all that other stuff or what have you. Some people are still, are still bleeding off of that, that mistrust. And there are people who don't want to, or I would say this, they're too afraid to start a relationship or friendship with people because they've been burnt so many times. So, yeah, I think this is imperative that we start decreeing, that God will bless us with friends that are godly, that are honorable, that are just, that are loving, right? You just don't want anybody in your life. You just don't want anybody in your life. Okay, you want someone has a good character, good integrity. They're honorable people. What they say, they're gonna do, they're gonna do. Their yes is yes, their no, they're no. They're not gonna be double-minded. They're not gonna go back on their word and all those things. They're not gonna, betray you or lie on you and use your kindness and all of that. Because you got people who are really sloppy and really foul like that, and especially in these last days, man, people are all about themselves, and they will do whatever means, to rob, to steal, to discredit you. And especially if you are doing very well in your career, in your business, or what have you, and they see you are going up, you people in your life who you thought in your circle was your buddy, come to find out, they your friends. They're the ones that started the rumors, in the back end. And you just, and that person sat with you, they broke bread with you. That's just like Judas. Uh-oh. That's just like Judas, right? And the rest of the disciples didn't know that, but Jesus knew, right? Jesus knew. But again, we gotta be careful of who we invite in our circle. We got to be careful with that, right? You just don't invite any old body, so yeah, we're going to declare and decree, about God blessing us with godly friends and people who are honorable, people who truly do love the Lord, right? And that they are, they all about integrity. They're all about, just being honest and being real. Come on with it, right? And very very loving as well. That's so important. So we're going to get started with declaration number 1 in the book of John, chapter 15, verse 13. Declaration number 1, chapter 15, verse 13. So repeat after me. I decree that I have friends who love me and will lay their lives for me, and I will do the same for them. Right? I decree that I have friends who love me and will lay down their lives for me, and I will do the same for them. Now, if some of you already have friends like that, praise ye the Lord for those friends, okay? But the true friend that sticks closer to any brother is Jesus. Come on with it, right? He already laid down his life for us anyway on the cross. Come on with it, right? And he's alive today, right? And you would do the same for, you will lay down your life, you will lay down your whatever it is for the Lord, right? Because you love him, you honor him. Am I right? I want to hope somebody is here to say amen, right? So likewise, it's same thing similar with friends. If you have friends now that you know since maybe y'all was kids, and y'all basically, it's the relationship is more like a brother and sister, you know, Oh, there we go. Sorry, I thought that was such a. Can y'all hear me? Okay, I want to make sure. All right, because I saw my Wi-Fi started tripping. Like, not today, not today. But anywho, yeah, you know your friends since y'all was little kids, and y'all shared some stuff, some intimate Are we back? Yay. Let's see. Therese, can you hear me? Am I clear? Okay. 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 Sorry for the technical difficulties, y'all. I'm telling you, this is, you know what? The devil is a liar. I've been home all day. I didn't go to church today because it was way too cold. And I've been watching worship service all day. And you mean to tell me I had no disruptions? I had no issues, no technical issues, nowhere. Nowhere. All of a sudden, now that I'm coming on live, then they want to go ahead and act shady. Ain't that something? But you know what? The devil is a liar. Okay? All right, so we're going to continue on. As I was saying in declaration number 1, I decree that I have friends who love me and will lay down their lives for me, and I will do the same for them. So if you have been blessed with some true good friends, I know you can reminisce and think about the times where your friends that you did something for them, and you know that without a shadow of a doubt that they would do something in return for you. I have witnessed and seen. Well, I haven't witnessed. I take that back. I have seen, um, you know. Where people donate their kidney to their bestie. They've been friends for 10 years, 20 years, or what have you. And, come to find out they were a match and all of that. And they say, let's make it happen and all those things. And it's just a beautiful, beautiful friendship. There's people who will do some wonderful things for each other because of the true honor of what they have to other. That love is real, the respect is real, and they are always backing each other up. You know what I mean? And you know what? When you have friends like that, you want to treasure them forever. You really, really do. You want to treasure them for as long as possible because it's really hard to find true, honorable friends these nowadays. Okay. So if you are blessed to have friends like that, thank God for those friends, and continue to speak this declaration over your friendship, right? So it could be strengthened. It could be strengthened, and it could be a blessing, for other people, that also have friendships or sister friends, so to speak, as well, right? Let's move on to declaration number 2. And sidebar: if you hear my husband in the background, don't pay him no mind because he's watching football. I'm pretty sure some of y'all watching football too right now. So he's just having a baby day. He's just having a baby day. He's just like all over the place. Even though it's not our team because our team didn't make it to the playoffs, but still, any they're playing against Dallas. He's happy that Dallas is losing. If there's some Dallas fans, sorry, it's not my fault. Let's move on to declaration number 2 in the book of Psalms, chapter 1, verse 1. I decree that I will not walk in the counsel of the ungodly, nor stand in the way of sinners, nor sit in the seat of the scornful. I decree that I will not walk in the counsel of the ungodly. I'm not going to fellowship with them. I'm not going to, um, you know, stand around and communicate and try to, just build a relationship with people, and especially their temperament. You know how they operate. You have seen them do some crazy things, and it's not even so much seeing them do anything. It's just how they talk. It's not so much of what they do, it's what they say sometimes that could really be really turn off. Could be a turnoff, right? You will not you stand in the way of sinners, nor sit in the seat of the scornful. Okay, you don't want to be around that. You don't want to be around people that's always causing some type of confusion or disorder. And yeah, they may be good people and all of that. They may be nice or whatever, but it's just something about it just doesn't appeal to you. For me personally, I never was about clicks. I don't like clicks. I never was a fan of that. Especially with for they gravitate to the people that pretty much resemble or that has a similar personality like they do, and they gel together. It's like a little clique. And I call them click chicks. And that's my name for them. And 9 times out of 10, I really don't hang around that. I mean, because I honestly I know some of them when I was in school. This is when I was way back in college and stuff like that. And they're nice people, but I also knew that they had that gossipy spirit in them, and they talk, that kind of stuff, and that's just not me. I didn't want to be in that atmosphere. I didn't want to be in the council of people like that. Even I just didn't want to be a part of that. So if that's something that you have noticed about your coworkers, or people that you associate with, or that you see around, you know, don't hang around that. You're not there judging them by any means, but you just know based on what they present about themselves that it just doesn't fly with you. You're not a gossipy, type of person. You don't cause any disturbance. You don't Okay, we're back again. Alrighty. Sorry, y'all. I don't know what's going on. I have no idea. This is just unbelievable. But we're going to keep pushing anyway, okay? Because I know, man, I get annoyed real quick with this foolishness. Lord, my husband. You get annoyed real quick, okay? Because this has not happened at all. When I say at all today, it hasn't happened up until this point. So that's okay. We're going to keep it moving anyhow. Declaration number 2. All right. Declaration number 2, chapter 1, verse 1. I would not walk in the counsel of the ungodly, stand in the way of sinners, nor sit in the seat of the scornful. Okay. Again, as I was saying, that you guys, be mindful of the people who you connect with. Okay, be mindful of that. If you know the person, you've been around them long enough to already see how they act around people, how they talk about people. You got people who's just, naturally gossipers. You know what I'm saying? They just already, they give you the full tea of somebody that you don't even know from Adam, and they already just blasting the person's name and credibility, all of that, and those the type of people you don't want to hang with. They may make you laugh or whatever, but at the end of the day, you know who they are. You don't want to be around people like that, because if you start hanging around with them, then that type of gossipy spirit, it's going to leap in you, right? And you don't want to be a part of that association. You don't want to be a part of that clique. You don't want to be a part of that group. You don't want to be a part of the people that are troublemakers or that cause trouble. It's not so much of action wise. It's based on what they say, because words can be so. It could be so painful. It could be so hurtful, right? So you gotta step away from that. And I know there's some people too that, definitely they want to interact. They want to be friends. They want to, because you're that type of person that you love people and you love to interact. You love to make, build relationships and all of those things. So you see these young ladies or whomever, and you just want to get to know them better. And there's nothing wrong with that at all, right? But after a while, when you hang with them, they're going to show you them. They you probably go out to a sports bar or something, or just go out to a restaurant or whatever, and they just talking and what have you, having a good time. But after a while, you start to see something about them that you like, oh wow, oh, I didn't know she was that type of person. And that's not how you are. You may find it entertaining at first, but then after a while, you just see this is what they do. This is a part of them, and they ain't got no filter. You know what I'm saying? After a while, it starts to disturb you a little bit. And but then you torn because you like them, they're good people and all, and you don't want to, be like the Debbie Downer or whatever, so you still try to work it out despite that person's behavior, mannerism, or whatever. So, at the end of the day, I wouldn't even want to be bothered. I would just slowly, gradually just walk away from that, because I see this is what they do. This is how they are, and they're not, apologizing for anybody, you know. And especially if you are a Christian and what have you, and you tell them that you're a child of God and you love the Lord and all those wonderful things, right? And they're like, "Oh, okay, I love the Lord too, girl. And I know he ain't gonna he don't mind me, having a smoke here and there, whatever. How people are. They just oh my goodness. And sometimes they just go way too far or whatever. You just gotta disassociate yourself from them. Don't get caught up with your emotions talking about, oh, well, if I don't if I don't, if I don't do this, da, 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 I won't have them as my friends. And I'd rather be by myself than being with people they're not going to do anything but cause more stress and problems in my life. And they're not respecting my morals or respecting me or what have you. Like, I will respect them, but they're not respecting me, and all that stuff. So yeah, you just gotta learn how to disassociate yourself from people that that's just not they're just not ready to grow up. Well, just the truth. They're just not ready to get their acts together, honestly. So let's move on to number 3. Declaration number 3 in the book of Proverbs, chapter 18, verse 24. Today I will show myself friendly, and God will direct my steps to my God ordained friends. Today I will show myself friendly, and God will direct my steps to my God ordained friends. So be yourself. Be yourself. And I was mentioning earlier that some of us probably have been hurt by friends before, and not just once, maybe a couple, several times, or what have you. And it's really hard to really build that trust again. And God has to help you through that. And and it could be really challenging sometimes. But allow God to heal you, and allow God to, you know, uh, you be that I don't even know what the word describe, but you be friendly. Okay? Instead of you looking for that friendly person, you be friendly. You be genuine. You be real. You be kind, right? You start showcasing godly, character towards your coworkers or people you have known for a minute, or parents at the school, when they have the parent teacher meetings and stuff and different activities, that kind of stuff like that. You get to meet new moms. I mean, back in the day when my girls were in elementary school, I used to participate in a lot of different activities, where the teachers needed the assistance of parents to help in the classrooms when it came to different parties and stuff like that. And that was an opportunity to meet other moms, you know. And I was fortunate and blessed to have met some wonderful, wonderful parents, wonderful moms, and we bonded for that season, up until our daughters, graduated from fifth grade and move on to middle school, that kind of thing, and they were wonderful people, very nice, down to earth. I didn't have no issues or anything like that. I didn't feel kind of odd being in this space because of how they presented themselves or whatever. I was just fortunate to have nice women, that was like stay-at-home moms like me, and we got together, hang together. My oldest daughter at the time, she was a brownie. She was in Girl Scouts, and so I was always there for her meetups at the school, and they had all different kind of activities and stuff like that. And so that's how I met more moms. And we built a relationship during that time as well, right? And it just showcasing friendliness, kindness, compassion, just being respectful, you know what I'm saying? And just being really present, to those moms. And here's the thing, even like trying to make friends, not saying that I didn't want to, but I was just being cordially nice, because that's just my nature, just being nice and say, hey, how you doing today, that kind of thing. And honestly too, since I'm a private or introvert person, I normally don't be the one to say hi first. I just sit there like a bump on a log and just admire the view of people passing me by, and they say hi to me first. Of course, I would say hi back to them. But I had to start breaking out of that. I had to start breaking out of that shell and make that first move and just say, hello, how are you today? Or compliment, that mom or that person. They have a nice outfit, or their hair looks nice, their nails look nice, or something like that, or whatever, and just build from there. And then people will be drawn by your genuineness. They'll be drawn by your kindness. People know when you are, they will sense in their spirit that, based on that little conversation that y'all have with each other, if you are a person that's very calm, very open-minded, you know what I mean? Very universal, you're not one-sided, or, really standoffish or anything like that. I mean, but if that's the person that they like to associate with, then that's what they like. But for the most part, there's people who just want people who are just genuine, kind, down to earth, don't put on no airs or nothing like that. You know what I mean? And just go from there. You see what I'm saying? And God will bless you with friends that, pretty much, replicates your character, who you are. And it happens. So if you are looking for have a friendship or relationship like that, declare this out into the atmosphere, and God will bless you with a good friend or a sister friend. I mean, right now I have a dear sister friend that I've known since I was in grad school. She was an undergrad at that time, and she was also in my wedding. I had asked her to be one of my bridesmaids in my wedding, and that was like over 20 years ago. Yeah, and we still connect. We still connect. Believe it or not, praise God, we still connect. And we both from the East Coast. She's in New York. I'm from Newark, New Jersey. And so we bond real good. And at the time when I was in grad school, we adopted each other as siblings. I was the big sister because I'm of course I'm older than her, so to speak. Not that far older, but old enough. And so we used to tease each other in terms of like, okay, I'm the big sister, you listen to me, that kind of thing, whatever. But to this day, we still have that connection. We still have that sister bond, and that's a blessing for God. That's a blessing from God. So that's why I said, if you are fortunate to still have friends that you have known since your childhood or since high school or college, and it's 20 plus years later, you better thank God for that friend, honey. Better thank God for that friend in Jesus' name, right? Just move on to declaration number 4 in the book of Job, chapter 40. In the book of Job, chapter 42:10. As I pray for my friends today, I decree that God will turn my captivity. As I pray for my friends today, I decree that God will turn my captivity. Basically, he will restore all things that has been broken, that has been lost in my life. As I go about praying for my friends today, I'm praying that God will, will let loose of things that has been taken from me, that has been stripped from me, that has been broken in my life, and God is going to go ahead and restore. He's going to, relieve all the distresses that had occurred in my life. Right? So, yeah, you pray for your friends today. Pray for abundance over their life. Pray for healing. Pray for restoration over your life. While you do that, God in return will definitely, release that captivity hold in your life, and he will pour back into your life what was taken away from you, right? And you will be stress free, not distressed anymore, but you'll be stress free. You'll be free and free indeed, okay? And get excited about that, right? So yeah, just keep on praying over your friends and see how God starts to uplift, the areas of your life that has been blocked, right? And how God just starts to pour back into your life, pour back into your into your body, your physical body, and your mindset, and your finances, and in your business or what have you, right? Just move on to declaration number 5, 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 33. 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 33. I decree that I will only befriend those who will build up my character and not corrupt it. Oh, that is good right there. Come on, somebody. Okay. Yes, I decree that I will only befriend those who will build up my character and not. Oh my goodness. This here, if you don't get none of these 10 declarations, this declaration should probably be the number one declaration that you would definitely keep speaking like maybe 4 times out of the day. Okay? Because I'm pretty sure for the majority of us, we have been burned by some people. We have been burned by people that we had considered as buddies, as sister friends, besties, you name it. I know for the majority, we've been burned, we've been hurt. And I know, like I said, so take that risk of entrusting ourselves with people. You don't want to do that anymore because you've been burned so many times. Right? Honey, let me tell you something. If you declare this, God will definitely bless you with a friend who is going to not love you for who you are, but they're also going to build up character. They're going to go ahead and pour on you. They're going to cover you with words of affirmation. They're going to speak life into your life. They're going to tell you, that you are God's child, that you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. Because hey, we all go through those down periods. We go through those distress moments. We go through, those sad seasons or a difficult time. And thank God for your friend that, she's not going to take advantage of that and, and abuse the relationship by getting something out of that in your weak moment. She's not going to corrupt you like that. She's going to love on you more. She's going to pour into you more. She's going to let you know that you are a child of the King, that you already a victorian Christ. You are more than, she's gonna minister to you, girl. She's gonna tell you just how good you really are. No matter what is going on in your life, no matter how crazy things are going on in your life, she's going to continue to build up your character. She's going to remind you of the woman you are, right? She's not going to corrupt. She's not going to abuse that moment in your most fragile, sensitive moment in life and take advantage of your heart and and all those things. No, God's going to bless you with a person, with a friend that's going to truly honor and respect and adore, and even protect your heart. Come on, somebody. They're going to protect your heart. They're going to protect you. They're going to protect your integrity. They're going to protect your morals. Come on, somebody, because that's how God is with us. Come on. And that's the type of friend you're looking for. You want somebody that not only is just your bestie that you could go ahead and go shopping with, whatever, but when it goes through those challenging times, or when someone is trying to attack your integrity, she will come in, or even a guy, it could be a guy, male friend too. They will come in and they will stand right there, and like, what you're not gonna do? You're not gonna disrespect my friend like that. You're not gonna dare, tarnish her character. You're not gonna go ahead and speak ill of her. You're not going to go ahead and just be disrespectful and curse her out or cuss in front of her face when she already told you that she doesn't like that. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have that type of friend in your life. That's who you need in your life, that truly loves you for you. And they would do whatever means necessary to protect you, to protect your character, your integrity, your heart, just protect you all together. And that's a special friend indeed. That is a special friend to have indeed. Okay, give God glory on that. Okay, let's move down to declaration number 6 in the book of Job, chapter 2, verse 11. Declaration number 6, Job, chapter 2, verse 11. I decree that my relationships are mutually beneficial and emotionally supportive. Okay, I decree that my relationships are mutually beneficial and emotionally supportive. Okay, you pray for that. Ask God to bless you. Have a relationship that is, emotionally, like I said, you don't want anybody to take advantage of you when you are really going through, when you really dealing with some stuff. You don't want nobody to take advantage of your distress moment. You want someone to be there emotionally for you. When you're crying, they're gonna cry with you. They're not gonna go ahead and say, "Girl, stop that crying. You're getting on my nerves." And they're gonna sit there with you, and they're gonna let you go ahead and go through your grieving process. They're gonna sit there and they're gonna just, love on you the way they know how to love on you. And they just gonna be there. Just, they don't even have to say much. That just their presence speaks loud right there. That's support in itself. To have someone there to actually just be there for you. You know what I'm saying? Because there's sometimes you don't may not have the words to really express how how to let that person know how sorry you are, or whatever, however the situation is. Sometimes just be there for them. And you don't have to say a word. Presence is speaking loud, it's speaking volumes, but you supporting them. You're supporting their what they're going through, and you're praying for them in silence. You may not pray for them out loud, but you're praying for them, in your heart, right? And you just being a comfort to them. And that's a beautiful thing too, when you have a special relationship with your sister friend. Just the comfort of that person it's just as special, man. That's just like how Jesus is with us. Jesus is our comforter. And when we go out to him, when we cry out to him, we know his presence. Those of us who truly walk with the Lord, we know his presence. We know he's right there with us, and we just lean there, and we know he's right there and he's holding us. He's he's just letting us know everything's going to be all right, daughter. I'm going to pour my strength into you, my daughter, right? And he's there wiping our tears away. Okay, and so in the physical realm, God's blessed you with a sister friend or a brother friend that is doing the exact same thing. That's a beautiful, beautiful friendship right there. Oh, that's a beautiful friendship. And they're not taking you for granted. They're not taking advantage of you. They are just showcasing true friendship, true love, true respect towards you. That's a beautiful, beautiful thing. Let's move on to declaration number 7 in the book of Luke, chapter 6, verse 31. Declaration number 7 in the book of Luke, chapter 6, verse 31. I decree that I will treat my God ordained friends as I desire to be treated. Do unto others as you will have them do unto you, right? I decree that I will treat my God ordained friends as I desire to be treated. So if you want to be treated with respect, then you got to treat them with respect, with respect. Right? It's fair game. It's fair game. And we've been there, done that. We've been there, done that down through the years, right? Where you may have been the one that was always giving the most, right? You were doing the most, right? Because you care for your friends, you love your friends or whatever. But when you were in need, your friends was not pouring out like that. You know what I'm saying? And you did it out of your heart. You didn't have to wait for them to ask you to do something. You did it genuinely, right? But when it was your season of distress or your season of challenges or whatever, you have to look for them and ask them, oh, can you do me a favor? Can you pick up my kids? Can you go to the store for me? Can you do whatever like this? And they would come with all kinds of excuses, like, oh girl, I wish you would have called me earlier. I'm so sorry, I can't be able to do it, honey. I gotta go pick up my daughter. Got da. Right? They come with all kinds of reasons and excuses. You may not pick up on it right away, but after a while, you start to see this is a repetitive situation here. And then you start to try to figure this out. Like, wait a minute. I've been doing so much in this relationship. She didn't have to ask me. I did it genuinely because of the love and respect and honor I have for my sister friend. But when I'm going through something, I realize and notice that she is ghost, or she always coming with a reason why she can't help me or do this, da 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 da. And I'm trying to understand here why this is not balanced, why it's not right. So again, you got to ask God to truly give you discernment over people that is in your circle. I'm that type of person that I'm really friendly towards everybody, but down through the years, I had to really grow up and really be careful of the people that I invite in my life. You know what I'm saying? Because I have been a victim of it, and I'm too old for the games, right? So you just got to ask God for discernment in terms of the people that you connect with, the people that, may come around you and and they are friendly or what have you. Just say, Lord, give me discernment on this person. I don't want to just prejudge them, but Lord, I do need you to direct me, and show me this person, right? So I could, move forward from there. Like, Lord, is this person legit? Is their heart right? Or are they here for a different motive? You know, because if you're a man, you got to be careful. I'm telling you, they say they like you and they love you, but at the end of the day, it's a whole different conversation. Whole different conversation, right? So yeah, definitely. You got to treat others the way you want to be treated, and that's just what you need to do regardless for anybody, whether it's your sister, whether it's a relative. Do unto others as you will have them do unto you. Okay, so it just doesn't apply to your friends, but it applies to everybody. Amen. All right, let's move on. Declaration number 8 in the book of Proverbs, chapter 22, verse 24. Declaration number 8 in the book of Proverbs, chapter 22, verse 24. I will not make friends with those who are ill-tempered or easily angered. Come on now. I will not make friends with those who are ill-tempered or easily angered. That's why I said you need to ask God to give you discernment on of that person, because they may come out, being nice and all that stuff or whatever, but behind that smile, who are they really? Okay, am I missing? Am I, looking at a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde kind of thing? You know what I mean? Because what's presented to you, it may not be the same person, when you go out to the movies or go out shopping or, what have you. You need to know who you getting involved with. You need to know who you investing your time with. You need to know who you bringing around your kids or around your family. You know what I'm saying? Because when you start building these friendships and you guys, you give each other a few weeks to really know each other and all that stuff or what have you. After a while, y'all start hanging out. You want to go meet each other's friends or family members and stuff like that. And then you start building these relationships. And then after a while, you know, oh, okay, we back. Your mama gonna let you know real quick. She gonna let you know real quick about that person. She gonna be like, I don't trust her. I don't trust that. Man, I'll never forget how when I was a teenager back in the day, and this is when I was, dating, because I wasn't allowed to date till I turned 16. Okay, my mom from that old cloth. Okay, I'm the same with my daughters. Well, my daughter's past 16 now, anyway. But anyhow, if I brought in a guy, because I'll be so nervous, because I'm like, dang, mama she gonna be all just like, So when I bring them over to the house or whatever, invite them to my house or whatever, my mom, she's, and I tell mom, I said, Mama, why are you always so mean? She's like, I am not mean. I just don't like no games. And especially when it comes to you. It's like, but mom, you ain't giving them a chance. So when she meets him, she's like, she's cordial, of course. She's not like totally abruptly rude or anything. But she, expressed her, who she is, whatever. And she gives them the rules. When it comes to me, she gonna let them know my girl is not no one-time wonder. Okay, she's not no trawler from the streets. Okay, she's a virgin, she's a child of God, and she is not all about that premarital stuff. Okay, she don't hop from bed to bed. If that's something that you're looking for, you need to leave my house and go find somebody else. My mama was no joke. I'll be sitting like, oh my God, like he gonna leave. Oh my goodness, my mom was a beast. You hear what I'm saying? She would not play. It's unfortunate I'm like that now. Oh my goodness. But you know what? I'm so grateful for that woman's discernment. Oh my goodness. Right? Because when they leave, then my mom, I said, okay, well, mom, what do you think? And she's like, well, and I'll be getting mad real quick. I'm like, what do you mean, You didn't even give him a chance yet, And she's like, all right, time will tell. Time will tell. But he ain't serious with you, baby. He ain't serious. We'll give it time. I could be wrong, but my mama ain't wrong. How many of you had parents like that back in the day from the old school? You know what I'm saying? You had your mama or your daddy or your nana, your auntie from back in the day that would size you up real good, baby. Oh my goodness. It wasn't about just my platonic friends. It was like guys that wanted to date me. That was the thing. Ooh, man, I'd be so nervous. I'd be like, because I knew how my mama was. But I praise God for her. I thank God for her discernment. And mama, she never missed it. She knew from people. She knew what their intentions were, right? She knew what they was trying to do. But I had to find out my way. I had to find out myself, because I really didn't want to hear that at the moment, because I was really digging the dude or whatever, and I knew in the back of my noggin, right in the back here, my mama was right. But I didn't want to receive it or accept it, so I'm just like, But shortly after, time would tell, right? She was right. So, oh, the memories of that beautiful lady, right? But yes, you need to know who your friends are. You need to be careful of those people that easily, get upset or get angry or, just pop off. And you like, whoa, where'd that come from? Whoa, what's up? Calm down, dude. It's all good. It's all good. You don't want those type of people in your life, because if they could do that to anybody, they could do it to you. You probably just innocently, just probably, took maybe one of their cookies or something, and they go off on you like like you stole like $500 or something. And you like, yo, dog, it's just a cookie. Calm down. You know what I'm saying? If you got people like that in your life, or you know of people like that, disassociate from them. Don't even get them out your life. God will get them out for you. Okay, don't even have to worry about that. Like, Lord, remove this person out of my life, and He will do just that for you. Okay, He will detour that person somewhere else. Okay, so you don't have to be stressing and be, overly concerned about that person or your well-being or what have you, because it's all about, it's all about who you hang with. And even though you're just the innocent party, but with that person that go off like that and causing all kind of malice or disturbance, you are part of that. You know what I'm saying? Because you know them by either by association, or you know them, you just met or whatever, but you innocent. But this person here is just messing up. So the people going to look at you too, like, oh, she ain't no good either. She was just standing there. She ain't do nothing. But you innocently in shock because you never saw that side of that person before. So you just as dumbfounded as everybody else. You just is like, wait, what is this? But then you gonna get yelled at, right? You being threatened because of what your friend, how they acted. And you don't need that in your life. You need to nip that in the bud real quick. You're like, you know what? I am done with this relationship here. Because you got issues, girl. You got issues, bro. I'm gonna pray over that. I rebuke that spirit of anger management or whatever that is. I don't want to be associated with that ever again, because no. Get that out of my life. But see, before you get involved in a friendship, that's why I say you need God to give you discernment so you can know who these people are in your life, who these people that are, that you connect to, whether it's through work, whether it's through school, whether it's through whatever. You know what I'm saying? And uh whether to continue on with that friendship if God doesn't show anything disturbing, or if He does send some, tells you something or reveals something to you, you know what to do. You just like, I want to just stay away from that. I'm grateful for my daughters where they have discernment, where they know not to connect with people, even though they've known the person since they were kids, but they realize that they also know other kids that has a whole different demeanor than they do. But it's somehow they like that type of connection. They like that type of conversation where they, like I said, they like to gossip and talk about people and this, that, or whatever. My daughters would stay away from that. They see it from a distance and they're like, no. And because I remember one time my oldest daughter, she was like, I said, why don't you go to so-and-so house? Why hang with her? Because they used to hang together when they were younger. But now they're like, they was like middle school, going on high school. She noticed that she was just not, she was still nice, but it was just her, her friends that she was hanging with. My oldest daughter noticed that, nah, I don't want to be around that. And I was like, oh, okay, no problem. I didn't push it anymore. So God, that my daughters, that God has given them discernment to not just go ahead and just open yourself up to any old body, but to be really cautious and be careful of the people who you connect with and those that want to connect with you, right? So let's move on, guys. Sorry for that long-winded one. I just wanted to be a blessing to share that moment with you. Okay, let's move on to declaration number 9, book of Proverbs, chapter 27, verse 17. I decree that my friends sharpen me and I sharpen them, and we are better together. Iron sharpen iron. Come on. I decree that my friends sharpen me and I sharpen them, and we are better together. Isn't that a blessing? A friend in your life that will correct you with love, right? And they will, help you. They will inspire you. They will educate you. They're not gonna pull the rank, of, well, I have a degree, you don't, kind of mentality or something like that. They just easily and gradually just, want to bless you with some nuggets, and they just want to sharpen you up, give you that extra I'm gonna give you a little teaching tool that you can use, when you go out to, to your colleagues, and vice versa. It's such a blessing to have people like that in your life that doesn't want you to lack, when it comes to knowledge, when it comes to life or what have you. They want to sharpen you. They want to make sure that you are updated. They want to make sure that you have good clarity and understanding on certain things or whatever. Because you have each other where one has strength in one area where you don't, and you have strength in another area and she doesn't, but you guys complement each other where you guys can help each other, sharpen each other, in terms of those areas that each of you may not have strength in. Okay, and you guys will respect each other. You'll laugh at each other or whatever, but you won't take it personal, and your friend won't make you feel stupid. All right, just keep it real. They won't make you feel a little less than. You know what I'm saying? They were like, girl, you got this. You're smart. You talented. You got it going on. I know you got this, girl. Let's make it happen. You know what I'm saying? Because she's still encouraging you. She's still inspiring you. She's still telling, she's helping you and teaching you just like you do the same for her. That's a beautiful thing because God's word, when you get into God's word, his word is sharpening your spiritual knowledge, right? He's teaching you how to have a better walk with him, how to have a holy life, a lifestyle with his word, So yeah, it complements. It's a beautiful relationship, to have someone and that you can trust. You can trust them with your mind, with your mindset. If you admit that you was not always the smartest girl in school or whatever, that you was not always on the dean's list, da 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 da, your math was your least favorite subject, and you admit, I gotta break things down like ABC 1, 2, 3, and I'm like that too. I'm 55 years old. There's some things, honey, I'm like, okay, wait, what? Break it down. Layman's terms. Okay, layman's terms not good enough. Break it down to grade school level. Okay, so I can understand what you trying to say to me. And I ain't got no shame with that. So even my friend I told you about that I met when I was in grad school, it's the same thing. Sometimes, girl, break that down to me. What would that mean? Huh? Right? And it's fine. She doesn't make me feel, like, girl, you older than me. You should know this by now, and this, that, whatever, or she may say that sometimes, but not in a way that will make me feel really low. You know what I mean? Make me feel like, but she says it in a way, and she doesn't even say it like that often. She honestly doesn't, but we just like to play with each other. But at the end of the day, we still lift each other up. You know what I'm saying? So that's a blessing to have a friendship like that definitely wants to see you grow, right? Okay, we're in our last declaration, guys. Last declaration, number 10. Number 10 is 2 Kings chapter 2, verse 2. I decree that God is bringing friends in my life who I can follow and who can follow me as we follow Christ. How cool is that? I love that. I decree that God is bringing friends in my life who I can follow and who can follow me, and we follow Christ. Come on. We all in this together, okay? Wherever I go, I say we go. It's a song. Wherever I go, I know we go. Wherever you go, I go. It's something like it's a classic song. I can't think of the title of the song, but it's meant to it's two people singing the song, and it's about friendship, right? So that's what just came to my head just a few seconds ago. But you definitely want to pray this out if you are definitely looking for having a sister or friend in your life. Ask God to help you with yourself, to be kind, to be generous, to be thoughtful, because that person, when that person comes into your life, they want to follow you. You know what I'm saying? They want to follow you, and likewise, you want to follow them. You want to make sure that your path is straight and is clean. Okay? You want to make sure that your path is straight and it's clean. There's no crookedness going on, right? There's no foulness going on. No, you want a straight path. And when you see your path, that path is straight, is clean, and it's prospering. Oh yeah, you want to follow that hands down, right? And likewise, both of y'all can come in agreement because you both have the same mindset to follow Christ, right? Because you know God is going to lead you. You know He's going to guide you along the way. You know that your destiny is promised for you. You know it's going to be a good thing. God is working on a new thing for your life, so you're going to follow that path, right? You're going to follow Him completely. So likewise, the relationship, your physical relationship with your sister friend, y'all see each other, you know of each other, you'll know each other, integrity about each other, all those things. There's good things about both of y'all. So y'all want to follow each other. Y'all want to compliment each other. Y'all want to support each other in those areas, right? And the same thing too with social media. There's people right now that whom you consider as friend that you follow. I don't know them personally for most, but you know of them based of how they present themselves when they're on social media. They are the same person, all day, every day, whether they are behind the camera here on social media or they are, on television or they're at an event and their demeanor, their whole presence is still the same. You know what I mean? And you want to follow them because their content is clean. Their content is full of joy. There's no malice. There's no confusion. There's no, gossip. There's no disturbance. It's just full of joy. It's loaded full of healthy content. It's really supportive, all those wonderful things. So you want to follow people like that, right? Likewise, people want to follow your content. If you are popular on social media, if you active on social media, whether you are a coach, whether you are a teacher, whether you just come on just to showcase, you're a blogger or whatever, you know, people gravitate to your life because you are exposing yourself like that, but they see that you are consistent in your lifestyle. They see that you don't tolerate certain things in your life. There's certain things you will do, certain things you won't do, or whatever. And you've been consistent since day one. And people are truly admiring that, right? They see this is how you are. They see your children or your family life and all of that, and they follow you. You know what I'm saying? So, you really got to, continue to ask God to, you know, um, develop you uh to maintain humility, to be real, to be honest, to be the best that you can be, right? Because you have people who are admiring you, watching you, following you, and vice versa. There's people right now you admire, that you follow, and that you look up to, right? There's a lot of people on social media that we look up to, and that we want to one day meet, or if we have already met them and we see, yeah, they the real deal for real. You truly gonna be like a number one fan, if you will, because you see that they're not, living a double life. They're not pretending to be one thing, and then when you get to meet them personally, they're a totally different person. No, they are the real deal. So likewise, when it comes to that physical friendship, you want that person to be the way they say they are, you know, and you want to follow them, and especially if they are doing great things in their life, even when they go through difficult things in their life, they're not going to be, doing anything uh, negative or opposite. You know what I mean? They're going to and stay prayerful, and that's where you come in to be that support, and you pray with them and help them through, right? And when you see that they jump over that hurdle, right? You're just gonna be so like, I'm so proud of you, blah 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 blah. And you want to follow them because you know that they are good people. They're not gonna cause any type of disturbance or any type of issue or anything like that, right? And you know, we all definitely desire to have friends in our lives, or friendship. I don't want an entourage of people in my life because they just, you know, this is no. One or two people is fine for me, you know, and I'm at peace. I don't need a whole entourage of folk in my life. I really, really don't, because they just there just to be there. You know, it's just amazing how people, you know, especially celebrities, when they get popular and they get wealthy and famous and all of that, you got a whole flock of people coming around. Back in the 90s, y'all remember MC Hammer? Yeah, MC Hammer back in the day. Too legit, too legit to quit. Hey, hey. Y'all remember MC Hammer? You know, and he was real popular during the time when I was in college and stuff. And he was just, oh my God, he had a whole entourage of people. It was just not just regular, ordinary people. These was his cousins, his friends, his cousin friends, and he was just overly generous. You know, he would giving them money and stuff and everything to pay their bills, to get them a new pad, new car, whatever it was back in the day. And you know, eventually after that, you know, he had to file for bankruptcy, right? Because he was, whew, yeah, he wasn't doing well with his money. He was spending way more than he should have. And as a result of that, you know, those people that was in his life, they were gone. They were gone. You know, I don't know who was left standing besides his wife, but you know, the proof came out that those that was around him, his friends and family, child, they disappeared. They were ghosts. When the money was gone, they were gone. When the popularity was gone, they bounced, right? When he was not on television dancing across the stage, from stage left to stage right, right? They were gone. The dancers was gone. The band was gone. All of that. They were gone. His cars, his house, everything. They were gone, baby. Right? So, you know, pray that God will bless you with a friend that love you no matter what. No matter what. You know, God forbid if you lose everything, but that sister friend or that male friend is still with you and they stick with you no matter what, that's a God friend right there, for real, for real. And praise God for that friendship, right? So listen, guys, I hope this, I'm so sorry for the technical difficulties that took place. Okay, but we made it. Thank the Lord. We made it. We made it. We made it. So I'll be back tomorrow to continue our 40 days of declaration at the same time at 7 p.m. All right. And other than that, guys, I want you all to take care. Enjoy your Sunday. Enjoy each other. And I will see you tomorrow, God willing. Have a blessed one. Bye, guys.